Hey guys, I've just come from my second home, and that would of course be Home Depot, and I bought an interesting lock. This is a brand new master lock. They call it a SafeSpace, and it's designed to secure laptop computers or projectors, things like that. And it's kind of an interesting lock, grabbed my attention, so for $9 I figured, hey, can't go wrong. Take a look at it. And the way it works, you dial in the correct combination, and then you pull back on the red lever, and then these teeth retract. You put it into the security hole on your projector or on your laptop, and you let it go. And then, of course, you dial the combination, and then it's locked. And then it's a 6-foot cable, kind of cool. You can wrap it around a chair leg or table leg or something, and it's supposed to secure your $2,000 laptop. And I suppose it might work, temporarily at least, but I was curious how long. So let me get this junk out of the way. So let's zoom in here so you guys can see what I'm doing here. So typical of many of the master locks, they have the wheel weakness, is what I call it. You simply take your feeler gauge and you put it beside the wheel, and you turn the wheel, and you can feel a notch. And I like to point it at this angle, at this angle, and that way when I turn the wheel, that hole in the wheel, that gap will actually snag. Right now it's snagged on 0. So I know the first number, or at least I know that the gate is at 0. So let's try it this way now. Come on. Okay, I found that gate, and it's at 7. So 0, oops, I turned that a little bit. 0 and 7. Oh crap, I turned the 7 there. I'm going to put that back. Fat fingered it. And we snagged a 2. So 0, 7, 2, and the last one snags, we're in the well or in the gate at 3. So 0, 7, 2, 3. Okay, all the gates are located at 0, 7, 2, 3. So you can rotate it one at a time, but I can tell you that that is the combination. You simply go to the top and you dial in 0, 7, 2, 3, and there you go, you're unlocked. So $9, cheap price, and I guess you get what you pay for. So I would advise you, if you have a $2,000 computer, spend more than $9 on your lock to secure it if you're going to leave it unattended. Anyway, hey, thanks for your time. Everybody stay safe and stay legal. Okay, I thought I'd carry the next step. I'm obviously never going to use this for my $2,000 laptop, so this is still the Master Lock 2120D computer lock. Let's do some destructive testing. Let's say that I'm not smart enough to carry a feeler gauge or know how to do the checking for the gates, but I am smart enough to operate a pair of pliers. So, I don't know how this will turn out. Let's just grab a hold of this hasp part, this part that fastens the steel cable to the lock body. And let's just say we can grab a hold of that and give it a little turn and just see what happens. Well, it's starting to separate. I'm hesitant to put too much tension because I'm probably going to break my thumb or something. But let's just, instead of doing that, let's just give it a couple of jiggles. Maybe through metal fatigue alone we can break it. Okay, well, I gotta say, that's tougher than I gave it credit for. Let's try to twist it, and just out of curiosity, what will happen here if we can twist it off. Again, for $9, I don't know what I expect, but that's not, for $9, that's not too bad, quite honestly. It took a little bit of effort. So let's say that I don't want to go to the trouble of snapping this. Looks like a pretty thin steel. It is steel, it is not aluminum, so that's a good thing. This band, it's steel, it's not that bad. But let's say that I don't have I got a pair of wire cutters instead. So instead of doing all that violent twisting, which might draw some attention, let's just say we want to cut the cable. And usually these braided cables are pretty difficult to cut. And let's just find out. And that, in this case, would not be true. That's pretty easy to cut. Let's get just a pair of normal dikes. These are much smaller, more typical of what a criminal might carry in his pocket rather than these larger pliers. And let's just see if I can work around the camera here. Put a little crimp in it maybe. Okay, I don't think that's going to work. So it will withstand just a casual attack with a pair of diagonal cutters. And last but not least, pair of needle nose. Let's go ahead and try a different place. And just see if we can, little higher quality pliers. I think these are not made in China. And again, it just crushes the cable, which I think is probably the design of using braided cable. So it cut some of them, but it did withstand a casual attack with a pair of needle nose pliers. So destructive test, not too bad for $9. Not too bad. Still, don't use it on a $2,000 computer. Thanks.